banana. Tasty banana. Squeeze the banana. Squeeze the banana. Squeeze the banana. It comes in denim.
I would sing the banana song right now, but I don't know the banana song. I legit don't know it. What is the banana song? I don't know how it goes. I would totally sing it right now because it's actually pertinent, but I don't know how it goes.
Meerkat Mall. Who?
They completely soaked the sandwich in sauce.
Yo!
Meerkat Mall.
Yo!
Juicy, tangy, moist, gourmet level burger.
That's robust!
Safe to swallow. Juicy, tangy, moist.
Cheeseburger!
Getting all over my face. Gourmet level burger. Tangy zip, whirl, moist
Burger.
Yummy and
Robust! Yo!
I have gout. Gout is a disease that makes my acid levels much higher than most people's. And so if I eat certain foods, my acid level elevates, skyrockets, and then I get all giant swelling and incredible pain in my joints. So I'm gonna eat this burger live with you today and share what I think about it. I'm sure people are gonna be asking me questions about it.
Yo!
Juicy, tangy, moist, gourmet level, timed release of flavors. Burger.
That's robust!
Juicy, tangy, moist burger. Getting all over my face. Gourmet level burger. Tangy, whirl, moist
Burger.
Yo!
gout, 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 gout.
Cheeseburger!
My hand is completely covered in sauce.
That being said.
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 That being said. That being said.
That being said.
That being said.
That being said.
That being said.
Said.
Hello, hello. This is Phil Burnett. All right. And just wanted to tell you that I love the podcast. That being said, big ups. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. A.L. Team Insider, the legend. Fantastic Mr. Sam, the dentist. Speak to the dead. Psychological style host. Meerkat. Artistic style host. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, which vest is podcast best?
Hello, everyone. This little whatever the fuck he said there. As you can see, my totally authentic Bob Ross costume with authentic black wig. Because no, this is not a last minute acquisition. No. It was a long time in the making. What's up, everybody? That being said, Sunday show in the house here. And as you can see, we have assembled multiple legends. First, I will go to our regular style legend. The musical style. The one, the only, the Meerkat. How you feeling, my friend?
Hey, welcome everybody. This is our Halloween special, so I hope you have a lot of spooky interactive fun. Today I'm dressed up as a footballer. That's what I could do. And or also Italian. Whichever one you decide.
Both of those.
Yeah, let's have some big fun.
After that, we have our guest style guest. Third or fourth appearance, I'm not even sure. Luda World Order, how you feeling today?
I'm pretty good. How's it going, ladies and skeletons? I'm dressed as DSP's worst nightmare, a good Switch game. Because those do very terrible with him. And I'm here with my Legion as well.
Yes, we are here for the hypeness that was the week in review. Before we get to anything, business style announcements, Meerkat, we have to give the people the update on the fan fiction contest. People are asking. I'm getting emails. They're getting angry. Please.
I don't know, dude. Legit. I don't know when we could do that. Maybe next week. We can have Sam back because we need him very much for this one because there's a lot of stuff to manage behind the scenes.
Yes, absolutely.
And yeah, at some point, well, we're gonna say so. No?
Okay. So maybe this week. We'll see. But we definitely gonna get to it because people send a lot of shit, so we don't want to make go to waste for sure. But
yeah.
working on it. We're working on it. Working on it. As for everything else, I think that's it for business style stuff. But let's get to the week that was, a week that has been, I mean, the main theme of the week was obviously that fucking internet issue. But before we get to that, there's a few small topics I want to get to before we get to the fucking Comcast. So I want to play, we have another edition of Phil Cries It. This time, what caused the tears was Spider-Man, dude. So I'm going to get you guys' takes on why you think this made him so emotional here. Let's play this clip from his Spider-Man playthrough when our boy got teared up. And let's see if we can guess why this might have teared him up. So let's go. Oh, there we go. My bad, you can't hear it. Let me restart it. Now you can. Bingo.
She said they reminded her of me, but my knees were knocking, man. I couldn't see straight. We left the zoo and just kept walking. Ended up here. She... If you saw her, man, just perfect. But clumsy. Nearly fell into that pond there.
What?
Face first.
Oh.
You ever been in love, Spider-Man? Nothing more beautiful.
So this is the part where I think Phil starts feeling it, right? Have you ever been in love, Spider-Man? And that's what it's like. Introspection might be happening here.
Can I tell you something, Spider-Man?
The link to the zoo as well.
I think you're going to tell me anyway.
lot of
I know
links
I'm
there.
fading.
Aw.
It's scary as hell. Thought I'd be ready, but nothing gets you ready. Nothing. When I'm here, it's like she is too. Like I'm living it all over again.
Aw.
All nervous and sweating and whatnot. I was so nervous.
There we
that
go.
day,
We've cracked.
Spider-Man. Almost didn't even ask. It's like
The dam
blinked,
has been cracked.
Yes.
and she's gone.
Aw. I'm sorry.
So it's totally
He
cool to
said
be
my granddaughter was looking for me.
to be emotional during this point. But I wonder what feelings got it out here, because as you know, there's many, many times when he gets up. I mean, he would absolutely make a joke about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you look at him feeding the ducks and just shitting all over the place. Watch out for the goose shit. You know what I'm saying? So I want to know, Ludwig, let's ask you, what do you think what got him emotional about this in particular?
Yeah, it surprised me that this was elicited such an emotional response. But
Mhm.
I mean, we all know that DSP is a narcissist, so if it doesn't relate to him totally, then he can't empathize at all.
Yeah.
So if you notice what the guy said, he said that the wife was a lover of animals, and that she was clumsy because she fell into the fountain.
Yeah.
So I guess those facts compiled together are what made him think. Just imagine what his life would be like without his mommy wife there to take care of him.
I
I
wonder.
think that's when the dam really broke. I mean, it's such a soft, tame moment. I was really surprised going into the clip. Like, this is what really made him cry. Like, this was it. I mean, there's a lot of better games out now that are out now, like Sea of Stars, that have really good emotional moments. But he's just skipping right past it and picking like the safest, tamest option possible with the AAA Sony Spider-Man game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Some people saying it reminds him of a cat, and I see people saying it reminds him of Rambo. Come on, get out of here. But I think he says one more thing real quick. But
I
shout out
should've
to
guessed you.
obviously shout out to Storm Hogan for this clip. By the way.
Come here.
I like the meerkat
Sorry we
shout out
lost
too.
track of each other.
Yeah, and he does he
Hello.
gives the goat laugh for that too, I believe. He's like,
Oh yeah, that was something.
where is it? Where are the meerkats? Give me the fucking meerkats. I'm not searching around all day for it.
In the first like 15 seconds somewhere.
Okay, there it is.
Fuck it.
Yes, there we go.
Never met a soul who loved
And
animals.
I think though this is true. Like, fucking cat wants to go to the zoo, right? Like she wants to go to the zoo.
Oh yeah, the zoo. That's another thing.
And that's another combination, right? Like he's thinking, fuck, I really should take her to the fucking zoo, you know?
Someday before she dies.
I
That's
love
what
the
I
way you
think.
brought it up. Like it's something that he's refusing to do, and she's like banging on the doors, and it's like, I want to go to the zoo.
No,
He's
I
like,
know.
no, honey, we can't afford it. We can't do that.
Or we
We
might
need
get into
more
this later,
gifted
but
memberships.
Go
right,
ahead.
the honeymoon phase for Street Fighter 6 is over, and he had to explain what the honeymoon phase is, and it's like, are you sure you know what that is?
Yeah. You have never had the honeymoon to start that with, you know? So, anyways. So this week was, first we started with, well, before we get to the Comcast nonsense, we did have the $0 Mario stream, if you remember correctly. And this was kind of the week of conspiracy theories, and this started him off on some conspiracy theories as to, if I can remember correctly, some people, this is what started his like massive banning of socks, right? It was just been, if you smell like a sock, you're out. You know what I'm saying? Like if your name looks at Phil wrong, you're getting fucking banned. And the Mario stream was kind of the beginning of this new arc of where like he's just a banning machine right now. And it started with that Mario $0 stream, which I believe is a first, right? For the whole gameplay, not to receive a single tip or whatever. Again, don't panic or whatever was the message given. But yeah, so that was the start of that one. He said trolls. Do you remember his plan though? Like, well, why did he say? How could trolls have to do with that? I can't remember. Remember
I
that
have no
one?
idea.
Okay.
Well, God, when he goes into the rant about like someone suggests like, what if we give you a lot of money? Will you then be able to take a day off and spend time with the cat?
Oh, that
And
was a
he's
classic.
like-
I have that ready.
He's like,
if you want to go through that.
It's like, no, because what'll happen is all my haters will make a video about how I got a lot of money, and then people won't give me money. And it's like, really? That's what you think happens? Like, if people make a video that highlights the money you make, then your fans will watch that and then not give you money? And also related to the Mario thing, he's like, I guess people from some other stream came in and like had some interfering effect. And it's like, so what are you thinking? Like the people in the restreams are like, all right, guys, I got a plan. Let's not give Phil money. And it's like, as opposed to what? When they are telling people to give you money?
Yeah. Like it's really strange how he thinks that people in the chat affect how much money people give him, I think. So like if there's a lot of trolls in the chat, people won't donate then. Which
Yeah.
I mean, let's get real. It doesn't make any sense.
I think he also tries to relate it with the quote unquote attendance. So when he has a bunch of people he doesn't expect to show up, he thinks they're all trolls. And then when the tips total is low, I guess that means that the trolls did it somehow to make him look bad because he got a bunch of people watching and no tips. I don't fucking know, man. Sometimes it just doesn't make sense. Just a dude trying to weasel himself into some kind of an excuse, some kind of a justification that is just for him, really. He doesn't even care if he convinces the other people as long as he can convince himself.
I got a
Yeah, we
minute
saw a
long.
good example of that.
Yep.
Sorry, yeah, we
Yeah.
got a good example of that where just like he does this all the time where if he doesn't want to do something, he will make up any excuse not to do it, even if it doesn't make any sense. Like when the Comcast thing was down, people were like, "Hey, why don't you use this time to spend time with the cat?" And it's like, "Well, what do we do without no wireless internet?"
Oh, mama.
I don't know, man. Nothing, I guess, according to you. But obviously, it's just like he doesn't want to do it. So the first excuse that pops up into his head is like, that's the excuse I'm going to throw out there. He doesn't even think about it. He just, like, he doesn't want to do it. So there's your knee-jerk reason why not.
And that's another one of those cases where he says so much with that when he's saying something and he thinks it's like going to make him look better, I guess. Like I have to say an excuse, so I'll just throw this one out there. But it's like, that is a very sad state of affairs. I mean, let's get real. Internet is out. What are we supposed to do? Okay, you can listen here. This is audio only. Listen to what he says it here. How he says this. Like, you said the most craziest thing of all time. Let me turn that off, sorry.
Yeah,
You said the most
jaw-dropping.
craziest shit of all time. Like, what? Are you crazy? Let me see it right here. Where is it? Got it. We have the... I'll get it. Don't worry. I have it ready. I'm very prepared. Here we go. Right here. Here we go. Listen, 7 seconds starting.
Cracker Jack says I should spend time with Cat. And what exactly should we do with no internet? Right?
You tell me.
Like, he does the snake laugh and says, right? What are we supposed to do without internet?
I don't know, man.
Even if that's a statement that you might feel, right? Like, okay, we usually watch movies or whatever. Like, that doesn't make you look like you have a good relationship, brother, at all. At all. You know? Like, even if, yeah, you'd rather have the internet on, everybody fucking would. But you don't say that, man. Go for a power walk. Thank you, Dayglow. You could do a lot of things.
They could have been feeding the woodland critters, there's a lot in that area.
Bonus
They could have
feeding?
been, checking the mailbox. That's an exercise. He calls it exercising. So yeah. Why not do that?
Go shopping, do your errands, But, we did uncover, though, that even Subaru Man said Kat did not like to go out to shopping and stuff. She was not someone that liked doing that. But, not that it's a big news or anything, but she did do it with Phil every week for a long time there. And then that's when the honeymoon period ended, I guess.
Right. Got to keep up appearances to lock in that free room and board, I guess.
All right, so let's get into that, though. The question you got into before we get to the Comcast shit. Someone asked the question, would you be up for someone buying you a free day? All right, so what does that mean? That means we give you a large contribution, and then you have the day off because of that large contribution. And this, I got this ready for us because this takes us down to so many different angles. He is shook by this question. How can I respond to this by still seeming like not begging, And he was struggling. So obviously we can't watch the whole thing because he answered this question for 15 minutes. By the way, we're not going to watch 15 minutes, but this is not a question that requires 15 minutes to explain unless you're trying to hide something or lie. So anyway, let's see what you guys think. Let's roll. Let me get it up here for you to see, and here we go.
Felix the Maid says, would you be open for us buying you a free day? Like once in a while someone would tip a certain amount, and then you could have, you could just relax with your wife for the day. Here's the thing.
Okay, so this is the loading my answer, loading my lies.
I
Let's
heard
go.
this live, and it's like, that's the dumbest suggestion ever. What, give me money to not stream? but that would be like the quick and easy response. But no, we don't get that. We get the
generating
mental
bullshit.
Olympic level gymnastics.
This is amazing. Okay, here we go.
Here's the thing.
Okay, here's the thing.
Yes and no. If we were in the distinct idea that that's what was going
easy.
to happen. Hold on a second, by the way.
Oh, hold on a second. Got to go somewhere.
Hold on, need more time.
Need more time to think. Oh, go, Pure Sun.
Right.
Watch out, Pure Sun. All right, come on.
Like, could that possibly be them? They didn't call me, but no.
All right.
Oh my
I heard a truck
God,
outside. I was
just-
like, could that possibly be them? They
He
didn't call me,
literally,
but
during this pre-stream, he talked about the Comcast shit for literally a half hour before anything else. Literally just 30 minutes of just, I don't know how you pronounce the word, just kvetching. Just Kvetching. Just,
no, it's not that. Okay.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
Oh yeah. Here's the second. Here's the thing. How many here's the thing can we get?
All right.
Loading.
No matter
lie.
what.
Loading. Generating lie.
Not working puts me behind. You understand? Like.
But
gotta press
idea
the
is to
ignition button by putting the
compensate
finger
for
in the ear.
This is the best.
How can I explain this?
How can you?
He is lost. He is lost. He has gone off the map right now. No clue what to say. Here we go.
Puts me behind. You understand? Like. How can I explain this?
You really put me in a tough spot here, buddy. This question
Bite the fingernails. I can't say don't give me money to not stream because I have to tell you to give me money.
This is amazing. Look at this.
As you guys know,
Look at this.
Doo-doo-doo.
We get hand powder. Look at this. His fairy dusting. Look at
I'm
this.
surprised it wasn't like Jasper, don't do that, Jasper.
Yeah.
Stop that.
as you guys know, I have a certain work ethic.
Okay. Well, here.
Oh,
certain
wow.
work ethic.
I stream a lot,
Well, you got that right.
right? I'm here
Blab a lot.
consistently. Correct? A lot of people tell me.
I don't know.
This. Oh God. Listen to this. Listen. Okay. We've all heard a lot of people tell them a lot of stuff. This is one of the all-timers of what a lot of people have told me. On a scale of 1 to 10, how believable is this? Is what a lot of people are telling him. Hang on to your fucking butts here.
I'm here. I stream a lot,
Oh God.
right? I'm here consistently.
Yeah, very consistent.
Correct? A lot of people tell me
Here we go.
that I'm one of the more or one of the most dependable, consistent streamers there are. That I have a set schedule. You know what I'm doing during that schedule. A lot of other streamers, they'll turn their stream on. You don't even know what they're doing today. They'll turn their stream on whenever they feel like, without even giving you a heads up of exactly when they're starting.
Is this still what people are telling him? Are we still on that?
It's, like, it's easy when you don't do anything else. You can't do anything else. Okay.
Who else? Who's saying this in an email?
Anything.
Who's saying this in an email? You're one of the most consistent. One of the most consistent streamers on the internet. You know, you have a schedule and you stick with it. Who's saying that?
They don't take it.
Being consistent is not necessarily a good thing. It always depends what you're consistent at. And I mean, he's consistent at all these terrible stuff.
Yeah.
I would rather have a normal streamer. And also bringing up, you never know what they're going to do on stream. Yeah, that's what it's interesting about it. Because it's a fucking live stream. Anything can happen. The dude can pull up some video or something else, react to something, play a game. No, you can do so many things.
That one.
But if you add something to the stream, you have to get excited about it.
Have to. Oh God, we gotta build that shit up. That's one.
It's all just like marketing.
There's one quote I heard that's amazing for this case. It says, "Don't confuse action for achievement." Right? Don't confuse action for achievement, and that is exactly what Phil Burnell needs to hear. Because action is not achievement. Just doing shit doesn't mean you're being successful or doing something positive, as he likes to say. You're just doing stuff, you know?
Yeah, that's what the people on the side scrollers tried to tell him. They're like, they try to explain it to him. They're like, don't you ever think that your audience is keeping you stuck in this loop? And it just flew right over his head. He's like, you mean my fans by giving me money are like doing what exactly? And then they're just like threw their hands up and they're like, oh, we just got to move on. This isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because you got to get super semantical with this guy. I believe when they were talking about this, they said that they were enabling him, and enabling is something bad. You know, it's a word that we associate with allowing somebody to do something bad. So he completely missed the whole point because he took it just like verbatim, just literally.
As always. That's why it's tough. That's why if you interview Phil, it's tough because you got to, I mean, that's why Side Scores did such a great job because they felt that like they didn't get the answer they wanted, but they knew there was no way they were going to get Phil to even see the question. So like, all right, we just got to move on. And there's a few cases of that where Semantic Side Phil comes out and is like, just like the fucking $5,000 business expense thing. What $5,000 are you talking about? Is it this or this? Like, you get the question, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to bring these other things into it. I mean, that was all through the interview. But all right, let's get back to this.
Seriously, or act like professional.
I guess the real question is, does he really get the question? Because there's two completely different outcomes. You know, one case he actually understands the question and attempts to dodge it, which implies, you know, intent. You're like maliciously trying to dodge the question. And in the other case, it's just like, you know, he got gin brain. He doesn't literally comprehend or understand what you're asking him.
That's a tough one.
Playing dumb. I mean, I think he's really good at playing dumb because he's able to get halfway there on his own, you know?
Yeah. Hey, he's good at not seeing what he doesn't want to see, right? And I've seen those fucking forum posts. It'll be one sentence that he wants to respond to and like 8,000 paragraphs like shitting on him. But he'll have a paragraph to respond to that one positive and then just pretend the shit never was said. You know, he didn't say anything bad about me. And that's how he lives his life in chat too. You know, it's like, oh, chat, one person said something positive. So look at this person saying this. He agrees with me, but everyone else is not agreeing. You know, it's just, he can see whatever he wants to see, you know, but we are not even 2 minutes into this 16-minute response. We're not going to watch all this, but let's keep going a little bit more.
To them, it's just kind of like a hobby or a mess around, right?
It's a hobby or a mess around. That's not what I understand a mess around to be, but all right, it's a mess around. You want to, hey,
a very stressful hobby, apparently.
Yeah, let's do a mess around.
Or act like professionals. To them, it's just kind of like a hobby or a mess around, right?
Well, that's a mess around.
Yet here they are, ginormous popular people with millions of viewers and stuff, right? It's pretty crazy.
Get the hint?
I'm not sure the guy said that. I'm pretty sure this is something that DSP made up. Not sure that the guy in the email told him that.
I don't know where the guy in the email stops and where Phil begins.
Right.
But, you know, that's the hard part.
In this segment, he just explained to himself without completely missing the point that why they make millions, because they don't take it seriously and they relax, and therefore the people watching him are relaxing and having a good time. And he explained this and just missed the point. It went completely over his head.
He missed his own point. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a good best way to say it. He's so close to getting it, but you figure that out. You know what I'm saying, guys? Figure that out.
Crazy. I've never had that mentality since the day that I started streaming. I treated it like my job because that's exactly what it
Wait,
is,
I thought
right?
I
Like,
thought he never intended it to be a job. Hold on.
Well, I think
We
semantics
get
I
these-
feel might
these
say
back and forth
streaming,
retcons.
not video.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, the streaming,
go.
not the YouTuber. Okay.
Yes. Semantics I
dum-dum.
feel will get you.
I treated it seriously, and
Big. Oh, one-sided blow there. The one-sided suck in is very rare, but you'll see it from time to time. This is a ninja style. Here we go.
exactly
Ready?
what it is, right? Like
One
I
side,
treated
hit
it
him with the-
seriously, and
Boom.
because of that, there's been a certain level of
nose
expectancy
dab.
from me, like people expecting certain things of me, that I'm going to play a certain amount of gameplay, I'm going to have a certain amount of content, I'm
Come
going to
on,
be here a
dude.
certain amount of time, and I really have not veered from that level of
Behind the ear pick.
content delivery
In front of the ear
in
pick.
many years.
Where's this going?
Right? I haven't.
Whoa.
I mean, there was a time
PJ
I
Pants.
didn't even have a whole day off. Were you aware of that? There were times when
Okay.
We're still talking. Now we're just. Where's the question anymore? I don't even know what the question is.
and I only had half a day off a week.
Oh
so
my
I
God,
would
look at
stream
this.
7 days.
Can we
and
buy you a day off and we get this?
Can we buy you a day off? There was once a time when I only had half a day off the whole week. And this is someone that makes his own schedule.
Right, and if you read that schedule, you read the top of it, he says he does daily live streams. So just keep that in mind.
one day I would stream one
And then
stream,
right
and the
underneath
second
it,
half
he
of the
tells
day
you about his day off.
Yeah.
would be to go grocery shopping and do stuff. How
Uh-huh.
crazy was that? That was, I cut back. When Kat moved in with me in 2018, we made a commitment. All right?
I'll tell you one
not play
commitment you
mobile
made
games?
to not play mobile games anymore. That's the
Yeah,
commitment I remember. What happened to that commitment, sir?
We made a commitment that
That I was not going to play mobile games to any large degree, is what he actually said. He couldn't even say I wanted to play it anymore then. He said, I'm not going to play it to any large degree. And he admitted he had a
major
problem.
way.
In a major way, yeah. He admitted he had a problem then, too, by the way. In my past, I'll be honest, I got caught up in mobile games. He literally said this, and he was ready to quit. It's easy to admit I'm going to quit soon, All right, when she gets here, I'm going to quit. Hard part is doing it, and he has not done it yet.
we were going to have, no matter
What's
what,
this?
one day.
What's this mustache move? The mustache brush.
We made a commitment that
Hoobada, hoobada.
we were going to have, no matter what, one day together a week, because that was more important than whatever more benefit I would get from working 7 days a week, you see? So that's why we have the one day away as it is. Now,
I thought it was because it was our only day off. But okay.
There's so many reasons coming in here. And that another single suck
If-
in on that nose.
we were to have a situation where someone say, hey, I would like to
Someone-
donate
Back to the question.
a certain amount of a tip or whatever it may be,
What else could it be?
okay? And
You
that
send
would
me a
allow you
really
to have an
good
extra
Jasper
day
toy.
yeah, $1,000 Jasper toy. That'll do it too.
off this week, right?
All right.
Here's the thing. If
How many here's the things are we up to? 3? Here's the
He
thing
just
bell.
started answering the real question, the actual question that he had to answer.
Here we go.
that were exactly what happened, then yes, all right?
What?
But typically,
Hand movements
in a
off the
situation
charts.
like that, here's usually what happens, right? So, all right, so I get a big contribution, and I decide, well, because of that, now I'm going to work less.
Uh-huh.
What ends up happening is,
This is what
you
I
know,
want to get to.
now I work less, now I'm behind. Now because I'm behind, people are upset. Now
That, right there. Because I'm behind, people are upset. Can anyone tell me what that means? Because I took a day off, I'm behind. And because I'm behind, people are upset. What
On
could that
playing
possibly
video
mean?
games, I guess? Behind on gameplay, on projects, as he would call them.
Is that literally it? I didn't
I
understand
think
that
so.
one. Yeah, I guess, okay, maybe he's
I-
not making progress in games. Okay, I gotcha. And people
Yeah.
are going to be
Yeah.
upset.
Jade is getting. He's waiting to get picked up, and he has nothing to watch in the meantime. I guess he's just gonna sit there and languish, have nothing to look at, and just stare at the wall. I guess.
now
how they get
I
upset.
work less, now I'm behind. Now because I'm behind, people are upset.
People
now
are
because
upset.
people are upset, they don't contribute.
No, because of that, people don't
Oh.
contribute. because he's behind, people won't contribute.
Get it? It kind of is cyclical.
But you've already
It's
gotten
like-
paid.
It's cyclical. It's cyclical.
Like the whole point is
You
you
have
don't
a
have
level
to
of-
worry because you've already gotten your money up front. Like that's the premise of the question.
If you're getting bored of this, let me know, but I still want to hear this. Go ahead, Meerkat.
I just don't get what the solution would be for his day off shenanigans. What, wait until he's financially stable to be able to afford a second day off? Then he'll still be behind on gameplay and people will be upset. So that reason will always be valid because he's going to be skipping playing video games. So
Yeah.
there's no fix, I guess. He just likes it being like this because you can cry about it and get a bunch of pity. He's not
Yeah.
actively trying to change it.
The key point is to appear to be busy all the time, right? He has to keep that busyness up because if he doesn't have that, then he can't have something to bitch about all the time. Like, whew, tough day, guys. 1 day a week off, guys. You know that? I'm an independent content creator. I don't have all this other stuff people do. But, like, it's all your choice, my friend. But, all right, let's keep going a little bit more.
You get
One
it?
more
It kind of is cyclical.
Cyclical.
It's like
You get it?
you have a level of
You
expectation
insist.
of
Thanks for the burp on your professional stream, sir.
what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it.
Uh-huh.
And if I don't live up to it, then people get disappointed. And disappointed people don't tend to have a good time and don't tend to support that person who they're watching. Do you see what I mean?
You see what I mean?
Nah.
So,
Uh-oh.
if the
Are we
whole
done now?
idea was, I'm going to tip Phil a big tip today. And I'm hoping that this tip is going to allow him to not have to work an extra day this week. And so this happens, and I planned it out ahead of time. And we're all of the agreement that this is what it is. And
Never gonna
everyone-
happen.
He wants everyone to be in the agreement. All right, we need a contract now.
Shouldn't the only opinion be the person who gave you the money? Isn't that the only one that matters?
No,
Because
we all
he's the
agree.
one
Yeah, pretty much.
bankrolling the day off. But no, we have to do like a community poll, I guess, to decide what we're gonna do with the money. Like not take a day off or take it off. And if
Once
it's
it
not
gets to
unanimous
so you can have an
100%
extra
in
day
one
off.
direction, then I guess
If
we just
anyone,
delay
one
it
person
for
is
another
pit,
month.
and that's the thing. His whole career is based on like what, 3 or 4 people. Let's not pretend the Jades of the world matter when they're giving you at most what, $50 a month. You know, come on. It's not them who care. It's fucking 1 or 2 people, the whales, and they don't give a shit what you're doing anyway.
off this week, you deserve it.
Uh-huh.
And everyone's okay with it,
Everyone's okay
then
with
yes,
it.
that could happen.
Uh-huh.
But that would have to be something that actually has planning, that we all
Planning.
talk about, we
I'll talk
plan,
about,
we agree
plan,
to,
we agree.
so that there's no disappointment. All right?
Nice. Oh,
Because
God.
typically, here's what I've found.
God,
Trying to
When
find
you
the
get a
poll screen.
situation
talk about pulling.
where you get a day where there's great support, what ends up
Yes.
happening is
Here we
then
go. Oh.
people look at that situation, because let's be honest here, I don't have a normal following on the internet. I have both
Okay.
a fan base and a hater base.
Hater
right?
base, shout out.
There's people who hate watch me and literally track every dollar that I make on a stream.
Hell
Oh.
yeah.
Who tracks the dollars on the screen? I think you want us to track it very much with your tip scores on the bottom, sir.
Well,
If
he
you did-
reminds us constantly how much money he made, so I guess he's bringing attention to it so people can pay attention, and they do. So what is
Uh-huh.
the big problem again?
Very much the case.
Very much the case.
So if I have a day where, oh my God, Phil did really well today. I'm gonna throw a number out there. Phil made $500 today, and he typically
Something
doesn't
that has
do
happened.
that. In a given day, he would never make that much. It's just a random thing.
Something that has happened multiple times. Let's pretend it never happens.
He
though.
asked for
$500
$300
on
a day.
Yeah.
stream today. It's crazy. What ends
crazy,
up happening
dude.
is
Uh-huh.
those scumbags will make a series of videos about it. They'll put it everywhere. See, Phil made $500 today.
This is what you're talking about, Ludwig, right here. So haters are going to make videos. So how does that affect people that would donate to him? Let's see.
We'll make a series of videos about it.
Uh-huh.
They'll put it everywhere. See, Phil made $500 today. He doesn't need your support because he's rolling in it right now.
Can you tell me a video that a Detractor puts out that says that? Like Snort Hogan video that says, all right, guys, Phil made a lot of money. Don't support him anymore. You know?
I mean,
Like-
the audience for that video wouldn't support him anyways, and they'd know if not to support him. So what is the point exactly? People,
Yeah,
of
when are they putting out
fans of
videos that
Phil,
are like, Phil needs our help?
Phil is low today. Support.
So fans of Phil that listen to him and believe what he says, when he says that the detractors are like the worst thing ever and they're always lying, they are gonna watch that video by a detractor and they're gonna get convinced to stop supporting.
Mhm.
Then if that's what he actually expects to happen, he should think about those people that he's appealing to, his fucking demographic, and how easy they are to fucking manipulate. If that's how easy it is, all you got to do
And
is
by the way,
make a
the thing
video
being
and say
said in the
something in
video
the
is
title.
true,
What do you mean?
right?
Oh yeah.
Like he did make that money.
Uh-huh.
So that's what the topic of the video would be, is that he made that money.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so
so crazy.
I don't understand what this is. Just someone searching for answers, and he's trying to make it come. You know, of course, he comes out at the end good, but
So what ends up happening is I'll have a really good day.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I'll just happen to notice that over the course of the next week, support's way low. Now what happened? That'll be the
maybe they were drained from the big day. Like he always expects it to be a never-ending pool. Like remember he's complaining about the members. I don't know what happened with the members, guys. When you bitch about needing tips for 2 weeks, some of those fucking people listen to you and choose to redirect their support. And then when members are low, he's gonna redirect support that way, and then he's gonna say, "Well, the tips are low now. What happened?" It's just like a never-ending stupid thing.
Yeah, it's so self-sabotaging how he's like, well, I made good tips, but he has 2 or 3 other things that he can look at and get mad about, so he's never happy.
Do we keep going with this video or not? Meerkat, you're the producer today.
I mean, I don't know what happens later on, but I think we got enough context about this whole thing.
So yeah, that was the one question that sent him off on a 16-minute and 30-second just excuse spree, searching for excuses where there was none. But anyways, let's get to the next thing of the week worth talking about was 3 days ago.
Can I add one thing to that?
Yes, please.
Yeah, one of the craziest moments, I think it was a couple years ago, DSP was having a tough time, I think. And he's like, I need to make like a certain amount of tips or else I'm going to have to stream tomorrow. And then he didn't make the amount of tips he wanted, and then he had to stream. It's like, that's so crazy. Like imagine if like a movie director went up on like Fallon or Kimmel and was like, man, I hope people come and see my movie or else I'm going to have to make a sequel.
Oh,
The people in the crowd would be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, are you joking? Is this some kind of like bit?
I don't remember that. He said like if I don't make enough tips today, I got to stream tomorrow. Like that was in less words, or maybe that directly. I don't even fucking know.
It happened one time, and I think somehow he realized how stupid that sounded, and then he never did that again.
Damn, I gotta find that.
I think that got substituted eventually by I can't afford to have my day off.
Yeah.
Because there's a certain threshold of money that unlocks
Right.
the day off level, and if you don't hit it, you gotta replay the same level again. It's weird.
Shout out to Sigmoid that says you're supposed to be late, not early. Hey, I'm on time. Don't fuck with it. Sigmoid also sends a burger sticker. Thanks so much. Swaggy Davis Jr. says, big ups, gents. Hopefully this cheers up Meerkat. Swaggy Davis Jr. trying to cheer you up, Meerkat.
Thanks. I mean, I'm in a good mood already, but thanks.
Feeling good.
Since you considered my mood. Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Alejandro.
It's like UK daylight savings time, bringing it down.
It's gonna go back. When the fuck does it change for us, Ludwig? I forget. It's coming up soon, though, right? We got to change back, and then you'll be back to normal.
Fallback, yeah.
Yeah, the fallback, and then you'll be back
Sometime
to
in the
normal,
fall.
Meerkat. But, anyways, Alejandro says probably asked before. What is your personal theory on 1 Minute Man? Okay, me and Meerkat have said our piece about that. We want to get Ludwig's take. 1 Minute Man. Go ahead.
But
What are your thoughts?
we should repeat it because the guy is asking.
True.
He didn't know.
True. I will say.
But yeah, go ahead, Ludwig first,
Yeah, Ludwig, you
and
start
then
us
we're
off.
gonna reiterate.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. I mean, it could go either way. It could be the thing where it's like a lump sum, and then he just divvies it out every day by pretending like he's getting a tip.
Yep.
But the Comcast thing, 1 Minute Man tipped, quote unquote, $50.
Mhm.
And for the first time in a long time, there was a message attached to it. So I don't know what kind of mind games he's trying to play with that.
It's at the very least, I'm always team lump sum for sure. I think at the beginning of the month he says this much, but that doesn't mean he can't tip a little extra when he has some extra funds or there's a big problem he wants to get. I think it's a real person though. I mean, what else could it be? He gets money every day from somebody. Who else could it be? Could it be Linda or Dave? I don't think so. No one would give their son 20 hours a day to keep their dying career going. They'd rather him stop this career. Let's get real. His parents would love if he stopped doing this, I'm sure. He was supposed to stop it on the 10-year plan. That 10-year plan got crumpled up and thrown away, though, very quickly. But what do you think, Meerkat?
Yeah, I'm agreeing with chat right now. I think it's a real person. I think it's a daily tip instead of a lump sum because that just, I don't know. And I think his Planet Jeff, because it's pretty convenient for him to disappear, and then 1 Minute Man shows up, and he's a wealthy guy. He can afford to do it. And it's really funny to me that DSP is essentially a sugar baby, and he's having a sugar daddy give him his daily allowance. And again, the mind games that go into this, that it always makes him look like he's closer to the goal, so it always inflates the support. It's just really funny, the whole thing. But I think it's real, and I think it's Jeff.
And
Right.
always the timing
Basically,
is
you
very
can't
key.
rattle an empty cup.
Yep,
The kind
yep.
of
And
theory
he
that
said-
he
remember,
presented.
he said on stream that anyone that falls for that is stupid idiot. Like, you're stupid. Mouth drool if you fall for that. Yet he continues to do it every fucking day. Remember, he said that at the smoothie shop, people would put a little money in there to get started, but people that fall for that are idiots anyway. Then why do you do it? But anyways, the pasta maker he had a wall of movies. Did he sell them all? I'm not sure where the movies ended up. I'm sure he didn't sell them all. That's too much work. You crazy? You can't do eBay. You know what happens on eBay. Trolls. But do you know what happened to the movies, Ludwig?
Yeah, it was a weird like tower of movies that he had. I think he had it just to psychologically pontificate. I think he had that as like a way to sort of bridge the age gap between him and Panda. Like he would just buy DVDs and they would watch that and basically create their own shared culture together. So when she left, he had less of a need for that, and I guess sold a bunch of them.
Yep. I mean, I don't know how he was.
I think so too.
Yeah, maybe he took him to. He definitely got rid of them. I remember that the when they first moved in, Phil was trying to still like parade Panda out there, and she alphabetized all those fucking DVDs. He had hundreds of DVDs, and she alphabetized them all, and that was kind of. He was very happy to show. Oh, look at my girlfriend. She does stuff for me. Yeah, But anyways. D-Dog says, jumping the shark, Derek fact. Peacock won't give Friday Night at Freddy's on the free trial. So that's the reason he's not watching the movie. Uh-oh.
Broke boiler.
Uh-oh. And Commander Keen in the house says, if Phil ever went wing style into the lion's den on the podcast, and you knew you had one question to ask before Rage Crit, what would it be? That's a good fucking question. What would your last question to ask him be if he was on the show?
Can I go first?
Yes, please.
When you're making fun of the mentally ill people, are you necessarily punching up or are you punching down? That would be my question. I just want to see him try and answer that. Because it's all about like not punching down, but what are you doing when you're making fun of people with mental illness?
That's a good one. That's a fucking good one. All right, Meerkat, what you got? I'm gonna think about mine.
Honestly, I don't know. I would think whatever is gonna be best for the people watching at the time, whatever is gonna be like funny. Because I don't care about serious questions and asking him, because I don't take his words for anything. They're worthless, and his actions speak much louder. So I would just ask him like, where?
Uh-oh.
Something stupid in the moment. I don't know.
Oh,
He's back.
okay.
You're back. You're in there. Was spiky there for a second, but I think you're back. Meerkat, you
Yeah,
there?
he had a quick
yeah?
freeze up.
You're
I don't
good,
know.
You're good.
Yeah,
You're good.
it looked normal for me, but yeah, there you go.
So say your answer again, though. We just missed the tail end, the kind of most important part.
I would just think of whatever I think is gonna be the funniest on the spot. No serious questions, because I don't trust his word for shit.
Yeah, I would probably go with, you've blamed people hating you on so many things, right? So first it was Evil AJ, then it was the Street Fighter community hated him because he got popular on YouTube, and then it was because he was fourth he got fourth on that game, and people it was a bad port of the game of that Street Fighter game, and he got fourth then. But now I have so many examples of where people didn't like you way before that. So what do you think? Why do you think people don't like you? Right? I'm sure he'd have some bullshit answer, but I just want to point that out. Like, at many steps of his career, he said people don't like me because of this thing. But now, as more time has gone on, I just keep finding things that are before that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's never ending before that. So why do you think people might not like you? And it's kind of probably too deep, and he just bullshit his way out of it. But I would ask that.
Yeah,
before,
you have to imagine him pretending not to understand the question and be like, well, what? You think it all is like flipping a switch? It's like one day they like me, one day they hate me? Like, how dumb are you? And it's like, well, no, like, you're saying it's like not a snowball effect. You're saying it's like overnight.
Yeah. And every time the longer he's on the internet, the farther back it goes. You know, every year he's on the internet, we get, that they hated me because of that, or they hated me because of that. And it's like, all right, well, at some point. Anyways, Snow Yosfin House says to Ludwig, big ups, Ludwig, you're my fave. Not like some dorky Slav dude in Slavland. Phil is not stupid. He reads things on an advanced level if you pay attention. All an act, so instead of being wrong, he is confused. Okay, that was about the
I don't
question.
know what's going on. What happened? What's going on?
Oh? Big ups, everybody, for the contributions. You're all legends. So let's get into the internet thing now. So 3 days ago, seems like much longer ago, but 3 days ago in his community tab post, he posted up the following. So something really crappy happened. Something really crappy just happened. During my Spider-Man 2 stream, my internet stopped working on my laptop, and now I can't get it to work again. I lost an hour of game time, and it still doesn't work. Tonight's late stream is now a tech support stream to try and get it fixed. All right, so that was the start of the saga. Start of the amazing saga arc. Disaster. Keep in mind, let's keep sure that the scope of this is known by everybody. The internet stopped working on his laptop. And, if I am correct, please correct me if I'm wrong, that laptop's job is to check tips and check chat. That is the only job of that laptop, correct?
I think so.
Okay, thank you. Ludwig, that's correct, right? I think, is that, I'm not saying anything crazy,
I think it's for the consoles too, right? Because he was losing it about being able to download Alan Wake, and it's like, what, you're telling me that your consoles are connected through wireless? The consoles that you play Street Fighter on? What the hell?
So, anyways, yes, that's true too. Then DSP in that same game, he posts up, not in the basketball court, on his community tab and says, so I think I might know what is going on. I think Comcast is having DNS issues. Because if I disconnect anything from either of my modems, they will no longer connect to the internet. But my desktop is still working because it didn't disconnect. Let me read that again just so we can make sense of that. I think Comcast is having DNS issues because if I disconnect anything from either of my modems, they will no longer connect to the internet. That seems to be expected behavior if you disconnect something from the modem. But anyways, my desktop is still working because I didn't disconnect. Let's see if I can work around it tonight. Okay? We in there? We're still doing good? We still understand what's going on? So, there we go. Then we had the tech stream. And as usual, the tech stream consists of asking for advice, saying why I can't take that advice, and also saying I've already done all that stuff you're suggesting, mouth-drooling idiot. Any other highlights that we forgot that I missed from the tech stream? Anybody?
Honestly, I got no idea. I didn't watch any of it. I think I just saw some clips on Twitter because this is painful. If I cared about the issue itself, it would be interesting, but it's just like a generic internet problem, and it's nothing interesting for me. My favorite tech support streams were when he was on the PC and you can hear him clicking on his keyboard and mouthing what he's typing. That was fucking great. You can see him sitting there like, so you have erroneously suspended me without an explanation. And it just keeps going on for like 5 minutes. And on the camera is just an empty chair. At that point, I think it was the love seat even.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Classic.
This was nothing like that. There was absolutely no entertainment from what I've seen.
Nope.
Yeah, that was great seeing behind the scenes of the paragraph emails that he writes. Also, when the camera is from the computer, you get to see the chair behind him just vibrating.
Oh, yeah.
Just shaking back and forth.
Digging into the ground. Yeah, that's the classic. And Phil literally said, like, the only reason I cannot stream tonight, I can't stream gameplay without chat. I cannot stream gameplay without chat. That's something.
As he's responding to chat, like, yep. I was so confused. Like, what is actually stopping you now? You're sitting there responding to chat, but you're complaining that you can't because not having internet on your laptop makes it so you can't respond to chat.
I personally think it's because he can't ban. I think he's really scared of that unbannable situation, and that's the only thing he's worried about. Personally, because if you can't see chat, I mean, it sounds stupid, but he should be able to ban people too, I guess. But I guess he can't see contributions either. That's a good point. So maybe that was the issue. I don't know. But anyways, he stayed so fucking long because it was a slow stream. Didn't get $50 even on that, right? Even on that tech support, style stream. Did not make it. His thumbnail was Comcast Infinity logo. And he said,
What?
let me read you the thumbnail. Chill night. Tech is down. So tech is down. Looks like Comcast goofed. That's the title of this video that was that tech stream. Tech is down. Looks like Comcast goofed. Comcast goofy.
That's gonna get people showing up. Super exciting.
Very goofy. Very goofy.
And unless we miss it, his statement that because he pays for business internet, he doesn't have data limits, whereas anyone else who doesn't have a business plan, they have data limits, and when they hit that limit, they get throttled. When you had Prophet on your stream, and he explained in pretty good detail what he's actually getting for that $400 a month. Yes, $400 a month that he pays for an internet. He doesn't get increased speed. He doesn't get increased connectivity. All he gets is better tech support. The tech support that he said should wait tomorrow because he has busy things to do that day, like go to a restaurant and order so much Mexican food that they had to bring some back home to eat later.
Like, dude, that's, if you haven't seen the group thing from this week, we played that video live, and that video is magic. Okay, so we were all singing, like we were all just talking normally, reacting, and he gets to the point where, it's a bit. He of course builds it up like this big problem. Oh my, holy shit! It's gonna destroy the business. He literally said it might destroy the business. And he said, so the tech guy says I can make an appointment today, and then it clicked in my mind, like, okay, there's no way he doesn't do it today, right? There's no way he doesn't do it today, right? And what does he fucking say? I can't do it today. I'm out the door in 20 minutes. And we just lost
I can't today. It's my day off. It's like,
you
what?
serious?
That's the opposite of when,
Are you
that's
serious?
when you do stuff like this.
Incredible. Like, this is the time to do something that doesn't affect your business. When it's your day off, and you can fix it, right? You can fix the problems. That's the whole point of doing things not during working hours. But now we know what it was. It was fucking curls and twirls. That's where he went to.
Oh my god, that
Oh,
haircut.
yeah.
What a disaster.
Curls and twirls is making out with him. He walks in there and says, fuck my shit up. And they happily do it.
Put the razor at ear length and just shave it all around the side horizontally. That's what we get. We don't get a fade. We get the on-off.
The lines, yeah.
Switch.
Yeah, I'm thinking he went there because him and Kat, they get their haircuts at the same time. But couldn't he have let Kat at home in case the tech guy comes and she could just let him do his work and he would fix it? And then Phil would be doing the important manly stuff?
No, they had to collaborate and work together with the tech support guy and elevated, as he says, and escalated.
Escalate. You gotta-
What? How many? Right.
Even better than that, he said, we're going to put our heads together. We have to put our heads together, is what he said exactly. We have to put our heads together to figure out this problem. Like, it's a collaborative effort when tech support comes to your house.
Oh,
Hey,
not
what's
to
up,
forget
man?
about his complaints about the tech support on the phone. I'm complaining about the tech support on the phone being like, oh, you're it's like you're talking to a child who doesn't know anything. It's like, oh, okay, well, let's just let you handle it then. Like, wait, no, you can't.
Yeah, if you're such a master, take care of yourself, brother. That's what I be fucking saying on that phone. God, you gotta know when he.
And you
gets
know
on
he
that
wanted
fucking
to
phone.
mention the accent of the person on the phone, but he
yeah,
said it short then.
He said, I believe he mentioned India, didn't he? Well, he kind of said, like, yeah, they're over there in India, like, kind of like in passing, but, you know.
I didn't catch that part.
I thought, maybe that's just my remembering of former times, but let me know if I'm wrong on that, chat. I believe he said it said India in some form or fashion during that call. But yeah, so then that was all during his break, by the way. He ruined his break for this. He said, he got off with one chat person, goes to another chat person, just is on this chat line, hoping to what? Get an appointment so they can come fix it? That you're going to what? Delay to the following day? You know? Like, it's amazing. So then let's get to that day. The day comes, and you can tell it was not a big problem because... yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I keep remembering things.
Yeah.
He had, I think, a DOS shell open as he was trying to flush his DNS. and he got an error message saying that you needed to elevate your access. Basically, you needed to run as an administrator. And he's like, "So what do you mean? I got to take the laptop and lift it up over my head, elevate it?"
Are you serious?
He's trying to be funny, but also at the same
Yeah.
time, he's just revealing that he has no clue what he's doing.
Damn. Elevate. Great joke. So obviously
Oh man.
we get elevated. We're elevated. Everyone suggested a lot of problems. Then the day comes when the guy does come, and oddly, we don't get much news about it, right? He doesn't say much about it at all. He says, we got past it, so don't worry about it. Here's the audio for that part real quick. This is from Poem's Future, of course, with the legend. So he said what he would tell. He said during that stream, I'm not talking about it, right? So here it is again. Where is it? Right here. Where is it? Have it ready for you. It's right here. Okay, here we go. So let's hear. Can we hear about what's wrong with it, Phil? Let us know. Oh fuck, you can't hear that. 1 second. My bad. We're a bit. Oh, now I gotta find it again. God fucking damn it. Talk amongst yourselves. Meerkat, topic, please. Go ahead.
We did watch Five Nights at Freddy's. I think at this point, each one of us has seen it.
Yeah, we can talk
I
yeah,
about
thought
saw
it
it
was
this
pretty
morning.
bad, but I didn't expect much. So what did you guys think?
For Blumhouse's first attempt at a video game adaptation, I would say among video game adaptations, it wasn't terrible. There's been worse video game related movies, but I mean, it hit on all the points that I think fans of the game would want.
Mhm.
But for people who want like a very cohesive, very plot specific horror movie, I think they're I think they're a little bit left in the dark.
I would say,
I
like,
agree with
That's
you a
that's
lot.
what the consensus has basically been, is that it's gotten really good audience scores and really low critic scores.
yeah, it's like they went out to make kind of a kids horror movie, right? With this, like that was the goal. Like they wanted it to be PG-13, right?
Someone does
Oh.
get chopped in half. That's about the peak of
yeah.
the goriness.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
if you like the game, I mean, it's cool to be in the world, but like after that, it's kind of like there's nothing like memorable about it for me. After that, like it's cool being there for a second, like oh cool, you're in the place, and that was like that's the height for me, was just being in the place. But like the story was like, I don't know, man. But go ahead, Bearcat.
On a technical level, it was pretty good. There was very little CGI when it came to the animatronics. According to IMDb, the Jim Henson Company helped a lot with the mechanical bits. So there was some CG, but also a lot of it was practical effects, and
Oh,
the
that's
music
cool.
was pretty good too.
Mm-hmm.
Like the period music that they had when they're doing the dancing sequence
Yeah.
with the animatronics.
That's pretty cool.
I did like the production quality, but the script pretty bad. I've never really been a fan of the games or know much about them, so I was just watching it like a Blumhouse horror movie, and it was pretty much what I expected.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's about
And if
it.
you know the games, this isn't really a spoiler, but the dolls, the animatronics are possessed, not just with the spirits of the children, but also their bodies inside of it. So you know DSP is gonna fixate on that, being like, well, how did the cops not know that the kids were inside the dolls? Don't you know that bodies rot and they rot when they smell?
Oh my
Like
god.
asking the questions that nobody asks in order to make himself sound like the enlightened genius who's asking all the tough questions. It's like no one cared, dude. That's why they didn't ask.
I can't wait to see how much he's gonna say Chuck E. Cheese, right? He's gonna talk about. Oh, you cannot wait. He's gonna tell so many fucking Chuck E. Cheese stories in his review if he ever gets to it. Because Chuck E. Cheese, it's based like Chuck E. Cheese is like a place where they had those animatronics literally like that. When Phil was a child, they had those kind of areas for birthday parties and stuff. They're still around, but not like they used to be. But kind of like the animatronics are based on that in the fucking game. So I cannot wait to see how much. Oh yeah, we went there for parties. It was great. We had the cheese pizza. It was so amazing, dude. I cannot. He's gonna mention Chuck E. Cheese. I wonder how many times is the only question for me.
His history with,
Chuck E.
with
Cheese,
Five
yeah.
Nights at Freddy's style restaurants.
Yeah.
I think this is gonna be one of his reviews when he does one of those
Like a
video
book
game
report?
movies like The Last of Us, and it's just gonna be comparing it to the video game on like really technical levels and really abstract levels, and trying to see how it matches up as a movie interpretation, so it's gonna be that. If you've seen his Last of Us review of the TV show, it's probably gonna be exactly like that.
Yeah, and let's see if he turns it into a review or book report style, where he just records when everything happens. Like, okay, so it starts with this. There's animatronics, and then then the guy's waking up, and he can't keep a job, and we'll see if how much he goes into it. But as usual, it's just horrible. I agree, like that. Yes, the YouTube has been kind of fucked up today in terms of like streams being buffering. Because I haven't dropped a single frame, but then I was watching my own stream earlier today, and it was happening too. But it's I don't
me
know.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a YouTube thing because it sucks today, but it's just a thing that we all deal with and move together positively, if we can. But all right,
Go on Kick or Rumble.
let's jump on Kick.
Have we talked about the conspiracy theory about someone on the inside at Comcast?
Oh
trying to fuck with
yeah.
Phil?
Yeah, I got that. I got a clip for that. Here, I got that clip. This is only 2 minutes here, so let's watch that. So yeah, this is about the Comcast. Someone could be messing with his internet. What could the problem be, guys? Let's find out.
Tell you. Drip, snort, snort. I got the drip. Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have some insano conspiracy theories. We have people literally saying things
Coming
like,
from who?
what
Coming
if this
from?
is an elaborate detractor's plot? I'm serious. People are saying this. What if people who don't like you have set this up to ruin you or whatever?
So
all right?
keep in
Well, I
mind
would
here,
say a
he's
few
setting,
things.
he's setting up how crazy it is, right? He has said like, "Oh my god, it's so insane! People are actually saying this." Okay, can you believe it? And keep watching. Listen, to what happens.
Number one, if this is an elaborate detractor plot, this is probably the most elaborate plot ever. Like, this is more elaborate than them catfishing me for a year and a half and pretending to be someone else to become a moderator, and then pretend to be my friend, but then try to like hurt me or leak information.
Pretending to
or
be
get me
someone
banned.
else, as
And that
in being pretending to be a fan. That's what catfishing is, apparently.
Yeah, pretty much.
happened
I
twice.
like this. We get like a
That literally
like
happened
a greatest
twice. Tried
hits.
to like hurt me or
of
leak
Greatest hits
information
of
or
ops.
conspiracies.
Yeah, the ops greatest hits.
get me banned, and that happened twice.
Twice.
That
dude.
literally happened twice in my years as a content creator. And this is, I'd say this more elaborate than that. This is more elaborate than them completely fabricating this situation with fucking mobile games, providing years, apparently, of fake Discord chats and completely falsified information about bank statements, all the shit they've done there, right? It's more elaborate than that. It's more elaborate than we had a fake escort, right? That didn't exist, but was, again, more catfishing, fooling people with all this fake information. It's the most elaborate thing they've ever done. But you know what? It's not impossible. I would say it's not impossible.
Not impossible,
Seriously,
dude. Not impossible. Not impossible.
I wouldn't put
So he
anything
poses
past
the
anyone because
conspiracy
people
theory
are...
himself.
And he's the one that made this up too. I guarantee fucking people are saying this, dude. I'm getting all these emails. It's amazing.
Yeah, I saw you watching
Are
this
absolutely
earlier on your stream, Meerkat,
Yeah.
so I'm sure you got a lot to say.
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't this actually happen with Memology? Because he was
Oh yeah,
apparently
Mamology
working
did
for
work at
Comcast.
the cable company that he worked at. That's how we know how much he pays in internet.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But he never did
that's great.
anything like to try and take his internet down because that's a little bit too gay of a knob.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Oh, he
yeah.
didn't do that? Okay.
Not that I know of.
Not that I know of. Did he? I don't think he actually did.
I've heard things like that, and if that's wrong, then I guess I'm wrong. I guess I
Okay.
heard wrong, but I don't know.
Okay.
Insane. And
Because I said it today
know
on
what
the
I'm
stream,
saying?
but I guess that's incorrect, so
Uh-oh.
I gotta correct myself next time.
You're gonna have to go on King Sly and hash it out with Mamology himself.
Yeah, I will have to.
like, who knows?
Who knows?
Is there someone who works at Comcast who has control over this kind of shit, has a bug up their ass about me, and is willing to risk their job to fuck with me? Maybe. You know, because some people have said, well, I don't understand, Phil. If your internet's screwed up, why about your neighbors?
Some people have said, again.
Why? They would only be affected if the internet outright went down. I have completely different hardware and a completely different setup than them. I have all business class modems and different...
Like the business class.
I pay
modems.
business class. That means my internet goes down and the other people just don't.
That sounds like a great
Okay.
business
Oh,
line, dude. Amazing.
I he's also like, I think it was before this, he's like, people have been saying that I could get one better than cable. I don't know what it's called. It's not fiber optic. What is it? What is it? And I'm just sitting there like yelling like, yes it is fiber optic. What are you talking about?
accounts.
Someone in
they
chat
don't
is like,
have
"Oh, it's
that.
Google Fiber." Oh, yeah, okay, that's what it is. It's like, what the fuck?
Just saying words. Hey, Google Fiber. Yeah.
You just have residential internet that's called Xfinity. Mine's a completely different thing.
Whoa.
So that's why.
Xfinity
Like,
is
even
Comcast.
I
Like, it's the
know.
same company.
It's called Xfinity Internet, okay?
though I'm using the same lines as them, unless it's an outright, oh, internet's completely out, they likely would have no idea that I have any problem.
It's not like you even talk. Why does this even matter? It's like you even talk to your neighbors anyway. You don't even know who they fucking are, I'm sure.
It's because we're on different lines
Just
and
knocks on the
everything,
wall. Hey.
Hey, hello? Is your internet down?
different accounts and everything. You see
Aren't you the guy that gets a DoorDash every day? Yeah, that's me. 2 houses over. Yeah, that's me.
what I'm saying?
Oh,
No, what's funny
one-sided
is
snort
Tyler
again.
in the
What's up
chat
with
says,
that?
really, dude, you're not that important. I know, Tyler, I think you have reached my point. I'm not
But
important.
no, he should be.
This is some gang stalking stuff right here.
Here's my point, Tyler.
But he should be important because he pays for the business package, right? That he pays for the I'm important package that costs like 5 times more than the normal internet. He should be important.
And let's get it straight. Comcast. Okay, let's say Comcast had their service was fucked up. They said we'll come today, motherfucker. We'll come right now.
No.
What's up?
Yeah.
No. What are you nuts? I gotta go get some Mexican food. You crazy? I already put my order in.
I am Joe Nobody. I have a little presence on the internet, right?
So little.
A few hundred viewers a
Most
stream,
prolific
a few
gameplay
thousand
streamer on
viewers a
YouTube.
video, if that. Probably 1,000 people on this planet who genuinely like what I do and support
I
it.
thought it was 10,000 earlier this year, right?
Oh
Did you say
yeah.
that? Yeah. Okay. We lost
Man, that's a
9,000
drop.
somehow. God damn it.
But I'm able to make a living doing it.
Oh,
and a
wow.
lot of people have issue with that.
Oh.
They don't like that I can still be successful. You know what I'm saying? They hate me
Successful
for some
beggar.
reason, and you tell me
You're so successful that you can't take a single day off. That's really successful. If you take a day off, it's a nightmare. If your internet's off for half a day, you say the stream's a fucking disaster. The business is in peril. Okay. Very successful.
me that doesn't make sense. You're right, it doesn't make sense. I
Right,
agree with you, Tyler. That's my point. None of this makes any sense. Would you have
Uh-huh.
catfished people for a year and a half to pretend to be someone to become a moderator of mine?
Yes.
Would you
Yes.
have elaborately
still do
invented
it.
a bunch of
'Cause you're
falsified
gullible, you fall
information
for
about
it.
mobile gaming? Would you have pretended
Yes.
to be
Elaborate what about mobile gaming? Elaborate something.
elaborately invented a bunch of falsified information about mobile gaming? Would you
Elaborately invented falsified information. Okay. Those bank leaks that aren't his is the most elaborate op in the history of the humankind. They go to the same places that Phil does on the days he's wearing the same clothes. On the days where, remember he leaked the social experiment of leaking the Firestone car repair? That same day is on the bank leaks too. That ops,
Wait.
man. Incredible. You know that, right? Yeah. The bank leaks
No,
post-
the timeline can be matching up because the bank leaks are from like 2021.
No, sir.
Right?
No, sir. The Firestone account that people broke into keeps all your history. There is a Firestone.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a
All
Firestone
right, there we go.
transaction that is on the bank leaks and the social experiment. That's
Oh,
the
that's
strongest
very
proof.
deep then.
Yes,
Wow.
that's the strongest fucking proof you need right there.
Wouldn't it be easier to just like hack into his bank statements instead of orchestrating this entire thing?
Right.
Wouldn't that take less effort?
Probably.
Yeah. Simultaneously, the fake mobile game account that only spends money when he's not streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, like little did he know that that Firestone social experiment, which it wasn't, but let's get real, that 100% proved the bank leaks to be true without a shadow of a doubt, right? Because he said himself that the Firestone account was his, right? So then that proves that's real. And, you know, he could say the bank account's not his, but there's literally a Firestone transaction on the bank leaks, but okay.
you have pretended to
And-
be an
Yeah,
escort
Of course, we got his phone being verified through like two-factor authorization.
Yep.
And it's his number that nobody else has access to, and you need access to the number to confirm the message, and everything ties up great.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
on the other side,
creation of
which
his
is my
Discord
favorite
account
story,
coincided. Sorry, the creation of his discount account coinciding with the old one being exposed and then being deleted.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's multiple corroborating exhibits. I go through them all in a video that I made in 2020. That there's just too much things that line up that any alternate explanation is completely beyond just the realm of possibility.
Yep.
his defense is that during the side scrollers, he said that there was an actual identity theft. They tried to take money, they couldn't. We got him another different time saying that they stole $9,000 of in increments of 3,000. And the last time, or at least the first time he acknowledged it. Sorry, this is getting very complicated. First time he acknowledged it, he said that also there was people who took money from him. So his story is all over the place. I can't even make heads or tails with it. And on the other side, you have a story that completely makes sense, and you got tangible evidence that you can look at and make sense, and they all lead to him. But yeah, I guess fake.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he said it was not his account because what else can you say? That's his only defense, right? He can't say, like, I don't know. Like, it's not that point. So, like, his response was, that's not my account. And, like, they couldn't. I mean, how much farther could Craig go with that question, right? Like, okay, well. I mean,
of course.
What else can you say when someone says that, right? It's not my account. Okay, I guess we're done here.
Well, it's game over for him. When he says it's not his account, everything points to it being his account, then he looks like a liar. That's what he can do. That's it.
There we go.
Or faking that you were visiting me and doing all this for like a 6-month period. Do you see what I'm saying? None of this makes sense.
No.
Absolutely none of it makes any sense at all.
No, it always
This
makes
is
great
legitimately
sense.
gang stalker
Wouldn't put
stuff.
it
Like
past
people who
someone
think that the
to
government
say-
is spying on them and like following them around in cars, and then
Yep.
inevitably somebody asks them like, "Why do you think you're so important that the government is spending all this money to follow you and you alone?" And that's when a schizophrenic comes up with things like, "Oh, well, I guess I just have like this royal bloodline, and that my organs are worth like billions of dollars on the black market." Like, but that's the kind of shit that insane people come up with, and this guy's just like borderline there. He's so close to there.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just so happy that his sanity is just deteriorating in real time because he deserves it.
Any sense at all, and it's all happened. So I wouldn't put it past someone to say they're nuts, they're complete losers, and they're
nuts,
wasting their
losers,
life, and they're
nuts,
actually
losers.
risking their livelihood.
So he believes
to
the
fuck with
theory.
me. I don't
so
think
that's what
the
I'm- that's
case.
what I
Insane
said, like-
conspiracy theory he believes.
He starts out saying how crazy and insane it is. And now he's saying, like, well, you know what? That's what can happen. You know, they've done stuff like this before. Wouldn't put it past them. You know what I'm saying, guys? You know, anyways, please tip.
I think that's the wildest conspiracy theory.
Nope. Yep, chew it.
So I really
You
don't believe
believe
that
it.
that's the case at all.
Oh, okay. He
Okay,
doesn't
okay.
believe.
Okay.
What?
I don't believe that's the case at all. Let me tell you the many, very possible way it could be real, though, but I don't believe that's true at all, guys.
It's a possibility,
Okay,
right?
well-
I guess the weird.
I don't believe it at all, but it's a possibility.
Okay, but it's a possibility,
Okay, cool.
right? I guess the weirdest thing about it
Is-
is that the way the internet blipped out.
Here comes something not weird at all. Here we
We
go.
were live streaming Spider-Man, and it went from green to red, and then right back to green within 60 seconds. So within a minute, everything was back up and running, and that makes me feel like
getting bored.
that's a firmware update. You know what I mean? Because if
Firmware
it was a
update.
DDoS attack, which it's not, because no one has my ISP or my IP.
Don't test
But if
people.
it was a DDoS attack by some random reason, let's say someone someone does have a bug up their ass about me or whatever, my whole modem would have had to cycle and restart, and that takes a while. And I would have noticed that, and that's not what happened. It just went bloop, and then bloop, came right back, and I was able
Bloop, bloop.
to stream within 60 seconds. So it definitely
Oh,
feels
God,
to me like that's
sorry.
the case.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I've seen
But
enough of this, but there we
No.
go. Is more? Is there more to watch?
I don't
No,
think
I'm just
there is.
answering him. Do
Yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I
okay.
mean? And
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I don't know what you mean.
It makes sense somehow. We do have to talk about, since the Halloween special is coming up, the long shot. But I'm not going to ask what do you think he's going to be, but I do want to ask the field, right? So like kind of the category. What category of the Halloween store would you find his costume from? Okay, I think that's something
Well, he
very.
says-
Go ahead.
Right, there's three things that we can corroborate here. One,
Uh-huh.
it's something that you have to buy from a brick and mortar store, like a Spirit Halloween. So it has to be a very limited selection that you can pick from.
Mm-hmm.
Second, it has to be something that's related to the current content that he's putting out. So that's another thing that he said.
Okay.
And third, he said it has something that could have effect on the stream in the long run, which makes me think it has to involve a hat.
Yes. Okay. So
Yeah.
that's the facts we know.
So between those three, I think it's like Mario or Wario. That's my guess.
Oh yeah, he would do that douchebag Wario too, like Mario, wee. Oh God, could you
And he does this
imagine?
the voice the whole time.
Thinks he's so funny, you know. If he can't, Mario's too basic, bitch, even for DSP. I know that's a stretch.
Oh no.
I think
Someone
Mario
says
might
Miles Morales. I don't think his fingertips would survive if he did that. Did you see in Alan Wake 2, a lot of people were sharing on Twitter, just him just digging into his fingernails whenever the African American side character was on screen. Like, this is perfect.
I don't know. I think, I mean, obviously, okay, let's make our bold predictions here. Meerkat, do you have a prediction? Let's make a bold prediction.
Oh,
We get
dude.
out of here today.
Well,
bold.
first off,
Go bold.
he was literally cross-dressing last year and didn't even know it. So the limits of his stupidity, for me, I cannot predict. But if I had to go out on a limb, say something, I think I agree with Ludwig. It's gonna be some kind of a gamer thing, something with a hat, so it can be recycled into like a tips reward, so we can milk it again. So yeah, I guess some costume from Amazon that is not very creative or original or interesting, but it's still gonna be better than my football outfit I'm wearing today. Because yeah.
All right, Ludwig, let's get your hot take review. Hot take prediction. What is your official prediction for this? And if you win, you look very smart. If you get it correct, you'll be the genius. What do you think it's going to be?
I gotta go with Mario. It's something really, really lame. I mean, he was Ken Masters from Street Fighter last year, which, by the way, he said it was a Ken wig, and then he reached out the garbage can to show us all that it was actually a Kurt Cobain wig.
Yeah.
Like, okay, confirmed. Thank you.
So, okay, I will say when I had to buy the stupid wig because, of course, we were very well prepared for this. I did see there is some Friday Night at Freddy's stuff there at the Walmart I went to. I know Phil doesn't go to Walmart, but Spirit Halloween probably picks up the same kind of line. Could he be in a Freddy? That's kind of expensive, though, is the only thing. Unless you just get the fucking mask of the main dude, right? So I'm going to say Friday Night at Freddy's related because then he could wear it during his review, and I think that's very hype. And it is just kind of a mask-style thing. So, like, he could wear that for... I don't know. It's just a stupid prediction anyway. Who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck?
I know either way he's gonna say he's gonna set up all the animatronics for his costume.
Oh, God. Anyways, anything else from the week we did not hit on, Ludwig, that you think we should hit on?
I think we covered everything,
Yeah.
just like all the conspiracy theories.
Mm-hmm. The conspiracy theories were hot this week. I do want to read a few more. Snow Yosef in the house again says, Tevin is right. DSP is such a damn Karen. It's so weird. No wonder they end his calls and chat. He acts so innocent, like it was an honor to talk to him. He is the nightmare for any tech support person to get to, you know. And by the way, we didn't kind of finish the point there, but he didn't really say anything about the Comcast thing. That means it was literally probably turn off your modem and turn it back on, sir.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I think.
He was embarrassed to admit that it was something really simple.
That's the only reason he's not telling us about how all the troubleshooting he helped with. You know, well, this guy came over, didn't quite know what was going on, so I gave him the full rundown. You know, gave him a checklist of all the things I did. He was pretty impressed by my knowledge, too. It was really crazy. I mean, he said I could be a tech guy, so it was pretty cool. He also said Comcast sucks, and they're out for just get everyone's money, so it's pretty cool. You know, that's what I think. But go ahead, Meerkat.
I think the most he helped out with in this is just to show the guy where his office is. It's like, hey, this is my playroom. Here is all my stuff. And then the guy just like reset whatever you had to reset, and then he was out in like 10 minutes. But we also did have this
What's with all these bite marks in the wires?
Yeah.
I guess this week there's a new gimmick that I noticed that it's the end of the month, so he needs to start begging for YouTube side contributions, which is, I guess, a new way that he begs for stuff. The end of the month beg. So his paycheck next month is going to be bigger. But I guess it's not really working, or at least somebody is edging him until the 31st so they can wail out, because he's dropped it to like 400 members, dude. That's like some poverty numbers for him.
And then he wonders why.
Not working.
When he, you know, please tip, guys. YouTube payment, don't know. And then YouTube payment comes and goes, and there's no talk about it. But sure, he enjoyed the bump he got. But now it's like, we need members. I don't know what happened. Please gift a membership. You get so many benefits. Oh, God, so many benefits. I can't even list them all. And he says those, like, unironically, to list them off. Like, you can ignore the slow chat rules. When's the last time he slowed his chat? You know? Has it happened this year, maybe? I don't know. Do you remember him doing that? Turning on slow
Chat is
mode?
slow
I
either
don't
way.
think so.
It's
I
too
think
slow.
it's always slow mode.
Yeah. It's too slow
I
to
mean,
turn on slow mode.
I think it's literally always slow mode, so people can just spam stuff. Like actually
Oh, he has it on
spam.
all the time. Okay, so
line
it's
by
all
line,
the time
yeah.
for him. Interesting. Great.
So we have Derek
think
sitting
so.
there waiting for the timer to count down with his pasted message, just ready to hit that enter key so he can hit the refresh again, like it's a fucking mobile game or something.
That's why he needs
Yeah.
that subscription so much. We can avoid that. Yeah, there we go.
Oh god.
Oh, it's only 10 seconds. Superfluous moniker, big ups for that. So it's 10 seconds slow mode.
Yeah, there have been a lot of revolting in chat ever since Only Ice Coffee paid to get someone banned, and now
Yeah.
I guess the floodgates have opened and DSP is banning way more sock accounts because he thinks that's what his one whale is okay with.
Make sure he's happy. That's the dance he's got to dance though, because when you're dealing with, you can't lose him. You have to keep his support. He'll do anything to keep that. You goddamn right about that.
Oh, and you shared that on Twitter. One of the Discord leaks from him being like, "Well, I like to ban people so they can beg me to get unbanned, and then they're on thin ice, and that keeps them on edge, and
Yep.
then we humble them. That's what we want." And we can contrast that with his message in chat where he's like, "Well, I'm just a nice guy. I just like having an open platform where people can talk, not about other things, but about me."
Yep. So here's the exact
Yeah.
quote, just in case anyone didn't hear it. On April from 2020, from the secret Discord, Darkside Phil. Why do you ban people? When you're not sure about. Why do you ban people? You're not sure they're a troll. They might have just said something you don't agree with. His response was, because that's the fun of it. It makes them beg. It lowers them to a level where they know they can't troll anymore because it's an instant ban. And that's exactly what we're going for. You humble the troublemakers into submission, and then the rest get in line. You know he'll be banned again. That's amazing.
Is he thinking like he's running a fucking army for real? Like he's actually a leader of a gang or something? What kind of
yeah.
fucking demented fucking moron does shit like this? These stupid mind games nobody falls for. What the fuck?
No,
Crazy.
I think like they do work, but there's work on such a small percentage of people. But those people are extremely susceptible to this kind of stuff. Like they'll believe all those
Yeah.
conspiracy theories. Like, oh yeah, I bet it's Comcast guy. Oh yeah, maybe that guy did steal the neck phones, the Amazon driver. Yeah, you're right. That is tough. Oh, YouTube payments 2 days late. All right, here's 5. Like it takes those people to not see through the bullshit. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's almost like he thinks he can mold the LARPers into resembling real fans. So basically, they do his dirty work for him and basically make it look like he has a real chat by making the LARPers behave real enough that it convinces the other people in chat.
Amazing.
Also, I was thinking more about his movie review, and there are a lot of jump scares in the movie.
Yeah.
And I was wondering how DSP would react to that, but then I realized that DSP doesn't understand how jump scares work because every day this month he's been doing a quote unquote jump scare at the end of every pre-stream
Oh yeah.
to the point of even letting you know that it's about to happen, being like, "Oh, and by the way, just so you guys know," and then he clicks the thing to
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
switch the screen over to a badly photoshopped image of himself wearing that snore strap, just
I,
with his
I
screaming
would even
sound.
argue that's not even a jump scare because jump scares have tension that's built before that.
Yeah, they're
and the jump
unexpected.
scare
They're not
relieves
like,
the
"Oh, here it
tension.
comes."
Oh yeah.
No, you guys are both wrong. He thinks he's building suspense with what he's fucking saying. He's like, all right, guys, I guess we're ready to start the stream. And then hit the button. It's like, oh, did I get you guys? Like, just kindergartners. Which, I mean, legitimately, there are mental kindergartners in that fucking chat. But he thinks he's building suspense for that. What a fucking amazing master of his craft, streaming craft. Ira says, the excuse he went with was that he didn't want to keep hunching over his phone to read stuff, possibly giving away his terrible nearsightedness more. Okay, there you go. Thanks, Ira, for that. So that's why he didn't want to keep streaming, because he didn't want to hunch over his phone to read stuff. Because, like, he doesn't do that enough in his off time. We know what he does
The
as soon as that
phone
stream is over.
stand.
Remember when his stream, he left the camera on, and, like, he thought the stream was over? He went, like, into humpback mode, with the stream.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Melts into himself. Get those pulls going. Chew, pull, chew. Hello, chew, pull, chew. Yeah. That's, I'm sure he spends enough time like that, to be honest.
Oh yeah, and
eight.
he
Yeah, go
he
ahead.
does this thing where he leans forward and then he blows. Like he blows forward. He's not like he's blowing onto the microphone, but he's blowing something off of his phone. It's just really weird. It's so unnerving when he does that. He just leans forward and then you just hear you're like, "Oh, what the fuck was that?"
Big ups to Aid. Rob says, big ups TBS and Ludwig. Aid and Becca in the house. What's up? Vike says, DSP is Captain Insano here. Name that movie. Captain Insano? You came to the right place. Ludwig, what movie is Captain Insano in?
It's Doctor Insano.
Dr.
and that would
Insano. So
be
you got it
a-
wrong, Vikes. Get fucked. Dr. Insano.
Oh, is that Spoonie?
Spoonie
Bruh,
in the
I knew
house. Me and Ludwig did a very, very cool plunge into Spoonie's career. That was a lot of fun. Like a month or two ago, that was a lot of fun for me. Because Spoonie was a
Yeah,
legend.
that guy is really cool. He buys into his own hype so much. He really thought when he was making movies with Doug Walker, he thought he was making movies with like Martin Scorsese or something. Because I've seen some of those director commentary when he was explaining it like they were filming 2001: A Space Odyssey or some shit. And it's just a scene in somebody's grandma's fucking bedroom, and it's a bunch of dudes making like Transformers and Star Wars references.
Fake fighting.
Oh, Captain
for 4
Insano
hours.
is the water boy.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're water
okay.
boy. We got fucked. It's we're water boy. We're fucked. I can't remember water
Oh,
boy.
no.
I was
Low-cal
in high
lore is
school. I thought it was
infecting my
funny.
brain. It's replacing everything.
Waterboy was funny back in the day. I can't remember. Tell you, is that the one where he goes like, "You can do it"? I remember that. That's a long time ago.
No, I think
Waterboy.
that was from Happy Gilmore.
There you go. They all mixed together. That Adam Sandler golden age of Waterboy, Happy Gilmore, a few other ones you don't remember, and those were the
Black
days.
Sheep, Tommy Boy. Those are good.
Hey, that's Chris Farley.
those
Those
are-
were better.
No, oh, damn it! Ah, the
Gotcha.
brain's not
Got
working.
him. Chris Farley in the house. Chris Farley's best hit was what's that fucking one where he's trying to? What's his main movie back then? Tommy Boy. That's a good one. That's a classic.
Oh yeah.
Okay, what's your thoughts on Tommy Boy? The world wants to know. Have you seen it?
I don't know. Is it in color?
Oh please.
Oh, no.
Please, please. This is a 1990s film, sir. 1990s,
I'm
late
kidding.
90s.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I know Chris Farley's funny. So yeah.
Yes, he's a beast. He's a
Oh
beast.
great, we have chat correcting us. The You Can Do It was Little Nicky.
Oh God, Little Nicky. Oh, that's one I didn't even see. 'Cause I was done with Billy Madison by that point. I mean, Adam Sandler by that point. Anyways,
That's
Derek
got
Hill.
Ozzy Osbourne in it. It's a good one.
That's true. Big shout out. Derek Hill. Thank you, Derek, for that. Derek Hill says, "What was up with the do-rag and vest yesterday? We got the do-rag yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Looking hype. Let me get a picture. I got
Oh,
it.
He found some random beanie from back when I was literally 10 years old. And he put it on with a like a yellow vest that looks like he's about to direct traffic or pick up somebody's trash. And he was sitting like that on stream just playing video games. He was looking like a trash man from like Grand Theft Auto video game. It was so
Let me
good.
find it. I didn't see that one. I gotta find it.
like one of the thugs from Max Payne.
Badass dude. What happened to nosebleed thing? I didn't even watch that stream, but he got a nosebleed
Oh,
on stream, or was that from coughing or blowing? What happened?
Apparently, yeah.
Very cool.
Apparently, yeah. He was snorting too much of that good stuff and it hit him in the sinuses.
That's why he's
Gout
twerking.
crystals were cutting up the internals.
Oh.
That's why he does like the nose dab where he clogs up one nostril. Just got to make sure all the airflow goes through one of them.
Oh, that's why he does that thing. Yeah, you're right. Got to do the other side. This is the suck in side when he needs air. This is the side when he needs the other stuff. Anyways, I'm trying to find the picture here as we're going here. Counting on someone to have it. Someone, don't be afraid to send it to me. I'll take it. We got this. Oh, here's a good shot of. This is not related, not even what we're looking for, but I will show you this. Oh,
Bro,
this.
no
Oh my
fucking
God,
way. Get him
Jesus
out of
Christ.
here.
He's been losing weight, you guys.
so
Oh,
as you see on the
man.
left side, there's some ample. It's unedited photo, by the way. Unedited. Just want to make sure we're clear on that. Unedited photo.
My goodness.
So very hype, very positive. And you can see many times on the stream if you look for it. Once you look for it, you won't stop. You won't stop seeing it. Once he's on stream, he'll look at the fucking laptop like he does, and then notice that there's the movage. So he'll kind of adjust it, and then keep talking. And he'll kind of forget about it and go back and like look. Oh, okay, hold on. Then go back.
Some of these shirts legit looks like the kind of thing you would wear like underneath when you're like snowboarding or something. Like basically underwear underneath your jackets and stuff.
All right, I found it.
But then he thinks it's like all form fitting and makes him look buff and shit, and so he goes into these like weight loss rants.
So I'm stealing this from the Detractor Beam Discord, so someone has added a funny Photoshop to it, but it still works.
Yeah, this is the one.
Yeah. Hype. This is a different
So
timeline.
accurate.
A very different timeline.
Helping the kids cross the street to go trick or treating.
He literally looks like the bad guys at Home Alone. That's what I see.
Yeah.
Gotta get those damn kids.
Post
Come on,
news of
Mom.
drip bandits.
Yeah, the drip bandits. The drip bandits. Come on, Marv. We gotta hit this house. It's a gated community. They won't see us coming. Come on, Marv. Big up. Omnigas says big ups. Hi, Ludwig. Big ups. So big ups to you.
Oh, thank you.
Omnigas. And Snoot says this whole time he's been begging us for support. He hasn't meant money. He wants a brawl. Oh, how dare you.
Oh.
How dare you, Snood. You should be ashamed of yourself. D-Dog1968 is taking credit for this edit. Says it was Ree that did that. So shout outs to you, D-Dog.
Nice.
Big ups. But,
Love our creatives.
no, definitely. So big ups. And Ludwig, I think you have something that's coming out shortly that you might want to tease all these lovely listeners with. So let it go. Come on. What do you got in the works here that's coming out very shortly?
Yeah, I have an animated cartoon. I've released like a short showing a little bit. If you're a member on my YouTube channel, you can get previews. I've been uploading unfinished bits of it there. So look for that either today or tomorrow. It's about 6 or 7 minutes. A nice little animated cartoon I've been working on for Halloween.
Very
And
nice.
I've been kind of stuck at. I mean, I love all my subscribers, but I've been kind of stuck at 9,800 subscribers like for over a year now. So if you want to go check out my channel, maybe subscribe, you can hit that 10,000. Maybe do like a long stream, like a 24-hour or whatever stream.
Let's help him
Thank you,
reach
guys.
that. That's hype.
Yeah, go subscribe.
There you go. There's Little Girl Loader. Meerkat, you streaming today? What's going on with your schedule today, my friend? Or this week?
Yeah, I got it planned with the adjusted time as well. It's,
Yeah.
time savings and stuff like that. So
Oh,
it's
great. It's a
actually
React
kind of
day.
better for me. I don't have to stay until 2 a.m. just until 1.
Hype.
So yeah, that's about it.
On WPIG side of things, on Tuesday, we're going to do the plunge of how Phil lost each of his jobs. Okay, so we're going to go through his stories, of course, is all we can do, is his tellings of how he lost each of his jobs. And I'm guaranteed there's some that you haven't heard before. Like Wells Fargo. I'd never heard how he lost that job, and the story is pretty good, let me tell you. So we'll go through how he lost his job in all those times, and yes, most of the time he was fired from them. Spoiler alert. That'll be Tuesday. Maybe Brand Dude will be there with me as well. We'll see about that if he can work it out in the schedule. Shout outs to Joel L. Tractor says, with that moobage, Twitch would totally take him back. Agree. He's getting those hot tubs, you know what I'm saying? But all right, that'll do it. You guys are all fucking legends.
Do we have a Steve update? I'm sure people want to know more about
Steve
that.
was in chat earlier, but we don't have an insider trading style update for you. But we wish
Okay.
him the fucking best. And hope he comes back when he's ready, of course. No rush
For sure.
at all. The Human Centipede says, in honor of the spooky season, since DSP is 41, do you think in 9 years he'll go in for a colonoscopy?
Bro. No.
It's gonna be goat laughing for a whole day after that. He's gonna love it.
He's gonna be like Michael Scott and like make a big deal about it, turn it into a sexual thing, and kind of make jokes that way, like a sexual, okay. But
Oh my god,
anyway,
no.
he'll just bitch about it. He'll just bitch about it. Yeah, guys, you got to get older. You got to do some things you don't want to do. Okay, one of those things is, anyways, that's what he's gonna.
Funny enough, there's a podcast that actually had a segment about a guy going through a colonoscopy that was super entertaining. It's Jim Cornette, the wrestling guy. He's really good at talking. He also has gout, and he went for a colonoscopy, and that's a very entertaining bit because the dude is just really good at talking about stuff. It's like the opposite of the Level 1 podcast. It's just a dude naturally gifted at talking. He could talk about people like looking up stuff in his ass and be interesting for like 20 minutes. Yeah, it's like a 20-minute segment.
Very hype.
Yeah, I mean, the skill of storytelling is definitely something DSP doesn't have, but he thinks he does because I guess he's watched other people do it, and he's like, well, that can't be so hard.
That's what he thought. Same thing about reacting. Oh, I thought Sniper Wolf do it. I'll do the same fucking thing. And even Sniper Wolf doesn't like do the same sounds literally. She does say the same shit, but anyways, enough talking about Sniper Wolf. You're all legends, everybody. Go sub to the Loaded World Order. Link is in chat. Meerkat, go watch Meerkat stream later. Go watch WPIG on Tuesday. You're all legends. Bye.
Peace out.
This one goes out to the one and only, the big cat, the fat cat. Big ups. I first saw you in Burger King. You took 2 seats, cause that ass is way too big. Had a boyfriend, I realized, but you told him lies with your raccoon eyes. The DoorDash is here. Wipe away your tears. Got you extra fries, and they taste just right. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Take you power walking on the beach, feasting on some sushi like you were the queen. Let me run some errands while you sleep. I can watch you play Skyrim all day this week. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes.
In reality, like I tell you guys, every day when I wake up, that's the best day of my life. I feel like this next day is awesome. I have a beautiful wife who I love so much. She loves me, and a family, Jasper, and you know the things we get to do together. You know, I definitely want more time with them and more family time. But I absolutely love my life today compared to how it used to be. Seriously, all those years back then, you'd be like, it's a whirlwind of crap. It was me. And by the way, I've told you guys about my past. I used to drink way too much. I would be drinking constantly, all the time, because I was so stressed out. Honestly, when I started with this whole thing, I was depressed many years ago, a decade ago. I didn't like my life or anything. And basically, liquor was the way to kind of get through that. It was, I hate my life. I hate who I am. So let me just drink it all away and just keep pumping out fucking YouTube videos. I don't have to do that shit anymore. Like I'm happy with who I am.
I've already tried to talk to him like millions of times. He's not going to change. He's going to be the same asshole that he's always been.
Thank you all very much for the engagement today. I appreciate it. That wasn't a very good one. It kind of sucked, I'm not going to lie.